Hey guys, it's Brandon here, and we are on site today at Magnolia Pointe in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Now, Magnolia Pointe is located at Myrtle Wood Golf Course. We're going to take you through a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo. We're going to give a nice walkthrough. You'll see the gorgeous floors, you'll see the balcony, the view. Then we're going to hop into a profit and loss statement for short-term vacation rentals, renting these properties out to people that like to play golf. Yes, you're going to see how much money you can make renting it out. You're going to see the operating expenses, and you're going to see the profit or loss right there at the end. Additionally, we're going to hop into your appreciation. How much can you make if you buy low and sell high over a 10-year hold? And the strategy that lots of investors use to do just that. We're going to hop into your depreciation. How much can I write off on my taxes now that I own and operate an investment property here in Myrtle Beach? We're also going to look at the gross rental income numbers of other units in the last 2 years right here at Magnolia Pointe. Now guys, you got to watch the video through to the end, because I don't want you to make the amateur investor pitfalls that lots of your amateur investors make. I've chocked the video full with all kinds of information, with everything that you need to make a savvy investment decision in a golf course community condominium here in Myrtle Beach. All right, so don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button. Please drop me a comment. I do my best to answer all of your comments. I don't want to hold us up. Let's get into the video now. You'd like to invest in an oceanfront condo at a beach resort. I'd like to show you how they make profit and break down all their expenses so you understand how they operate, how they appreciate over time, and how to choose the right property manager for your goals. I'd also like to let you know what your HOA includes, how the location best services the tourist booking your unit, how your tourist can navigate the area to the best attractions, restaurants, and local events. I'd like to give you a market report on the resort that you're checking out today so that you make savvy investment decisions. And if you stay tuned until the end, I'll show you my top picks for the units that have appreciated the most in our market or generated the most gross rental income. So no matter if you're a first-time investor, a seasoned professional transitioning into the real estate game, or simply a casual investor who wants to buy an oceanfront condo to rent out while you're not using it for vacation. Whether you've got 15% to pay down because you're financing or you're a cash buyer, if it's an oceanfront condo you're after, you'll be better, because I'm aiming to give you a 10 times return on your time for watching this video to the end. All right guys, we're right here at 301 Magnolia Pointe. As you can see, tile flooring as soon as you walk in. Very, very nice kitchen, stainless steel appliances, refrigerator, stove, microwave, dual sink, nice dishwasher, and of course a nice very open space, plenty of counter space.
Bedroom number 1.
Taylor Jones. All right, bedroom number 1. First off, look at the beautiful floors. Absolutely stunning. Really enjoy the color. Really enjoy the decoration. You got dual closets, high, right here, and of course, a nice little setup. It's open concept, literally flows right into
Kitchen
look
area.
at that. Look at those bar stools. Those chairs at the bar. Taylor's having a great time. Dining room table, as you can see, flows right into the living room. Bedroom number 2. Bing, boom, bomb. Here we are. Now, this is a closet that takes us, and this is going to take us into its own ensuite bathroom. Tile flooring in the wet area, standing shower, as you can see. But it's also the community bathroom with your washer and dryer. Come on now, that's a win. As you can see here, I'm going to come out there in just a minute. You take us through and just give us a peek back at this room. As you can see, flat screen. Very nice little setup.
Spacious.
Plenty space, yeah. Plenty space.
Transition.
Living room. Yep, transitions right into the living room. As you can see, they have a nice size flat screen TV, couches, chairs, tables, beautiful decor. Your master's there, but I'm not going to get there just yet. As you can see, a great outdoor porch. Look at that. Got your fan for when it's hot. Look at this view. Come on. Pool, Look at that. Absolutely stunning, guys. They've got it screened in, as you can see. Can you open that storage for us? Bingo. And all your beach supplies, which is what guests want. Now let's get right into this master.
Let's get into it.
Bingo. Take a look at that. Plenty of space.
Beautiful view.
Plenty of space. Flat screen, as you can see.
Look at those windows.
Nice window setup here. Pretty cool. Got a closet to the left. Boom.
Owner's closet locked.
Owner's closet's locked.
Check
right
out this
there.
bathroom.
Look at this. Dual vanities, as you can see. Lights. Plenty of cabinet space. Not cramped. Tile. And a really nice tub shower combo. Really can't beat that, guys. Now, one last peek at the room. And that pretty much wraps it up for our unit right here at Magnolia Pointe. I believe you should invest in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because you can enjoy and increase the passive income of your oceanfront condo through the 20 to 22 million tourists that visit the #2 vacation destination on the East Coast each year. Not only can you enjoy the equity paid for by visiting tourists, but you can also anticipate the over 100% appreciation experience at many of the oceanfront resorts in our market during the recent decade. I believe you should invest in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because you can depreciate them, reducing your overall tax burden, keeping more money for you and your loved ones, and ensuring unnecessary taxes aren't paid. All right, guys, as you can see, we are on site today right here at Magnolia Pointe. Yes, that is Taylor Jones. Let me just zoom in on him right there. Having a blast. All right, you can see right here the building that we're looking at. Now, right behind me are the garages. Yes, these condos do have garages, which is phenomenal. There's also an elevator. That's what I want to zoom in on and kind of point. It's a big deal when a condominium has an elevator. A lot of people are looking for a great spot that's got an elevator on a golf course or near one. Well, you've got one right here. In this video, I've shown you the resort, explained the property, and given you a walkthrough of the property. But next, I'll cover the accommodations and amenities offered by the resort and give you a walkthrough of the amenities so you can see why tourists choose oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Then I'll discuss on-site versus off-site management so that you learn how to maximize profitability on your unit and avoid the pitfalls other investors have made. Then I'll cover what your HOA fee pays for, how your resort's location creates a convenience for tourists that keeps them coming back for our attractions, restaurants, and local events, and also how your tourists can navigate the area. Next, I'll discuss how this resort has appreciated, average occupancy rates, and average gross rental income based on unit bedroom count for our market. And I'll share a really big secret I learned from a former client that was featured in Forbes magazine on how to increase your occupancy rates. After that, I'll discuss buying an oceanfront condo as a second home versus as an investment property, how a light cosmetic remodel can boost your occupancy rates and gross rental income, and I'll give you a quick market report on this resort so that you make savvy investment decisions. Finally, I'll break down your projected gross rental income and all your expenses for both a cash and financing purchase so that you understand how operating an oceanfront condo impacts you financially. Then finally, I'm going to give you my top resort picks based on which resorts have appreciated the most and have the best projected profitability. Taylor, how many on-site pools are there at Magnolia Pointe?
Yeah, so we got 7 pools, but that does not include the 2 indoor pools, along with the clubhouse we're going to see in a little bit.
Guys, we got some walking to do. Let's get ready. All right, guys, we are just outside of building 4839. And to my left, this is going to be building, let's zoom in, 4835. In between these two buildings is where the pool is. So I wanted to kind of tether you to where the pool is by the building numbers, because there are so many pools here, and I want you to know which pool we're talking about when we walk to it. Now, April through September, guys, that's peak season in our market. Definitely when everybody is showing up, everybody and their brother. However, if you're aiming at golfers, you can see here, just across the way, there's the golf course. He's over there having some fun with that ball. If you're aiming at golfers, you are going to get people that come play golf November, December, January, February. People are playing golf in shorts during Christmas time in our market. You got tables and chairs. You got grills set up here, as you can see. Again, another table and chairs. And of course, Taylor Jones is just waiting to show us the pool. Now, I don't have a key fob on me right now, so I can't necessarily get you. Well, I can't get into the pool section because it's gated off, but as you can see here, there's a little spot for the restrooms right here. Of course, there's the pool itself, as you can see, with plenty of little layout chairs all around. And then, of course, showers. Guys, there's over 90 golf courses in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. It is a golf enthusiast haven. Aiming these kinds of rentals, short-term vacation rentals, at golfers is a very, very viable business.
Yeah, and we're very centrally located here. We're probably about 10 minutes from the 10 minutes from the airport, 10 minutes from downtown Myrtle Beach, 10 minutes from Broadway at the beach. I mean, it's a great location. You're probably another 15, 20 minutes to North Myrtle Beach.
Can't beat that. Now, on-site versus off-site property management. Very simply, guys, you always want to self-manage. You do not want to hand your profits over to a property management company. Plus, if you're serious about building a robust portfolio, well, guys, guess what? You taking the helm and doing this the first year or two is going to provide you with the experience that you need in order to better understand your investment and your money. So that way, when you do hand it off to a property manager, you'll know what to look for if they're doing a good job or not. Additionally, no one's going to manage your property like you are. And I will tell you, if you're thinking to yourself that you don't have time because you have a full-time job and you can't handle anything else, then you're wrong. You need to get focused. You need to get self-disciplined. You need to get serious with yourself about your future and your retirement. Now, here's the deal. Matt Freeze owned 11 oceanfront condos, and he owns a mortgage brokerage. He's got a full-time day job and manages his oceanfront condos from his phone and his laptop. Gosha Cook owns 15 oceanfront condos, 2 commercial properties, and a long-term rental. Manages them. She leverages technology. She also owns a property management company and has 110 doors that she's responsible for. The point is that, very simply, lots of people are managing this type of rental right from their phone. They're syncing their calendar with their cleaning lady's calendar. And, she's going and cleaning that unit. They're handling guests through automated text messages and emails right there on the platform. It is not rocket science. You can completely run this from your phone and your laptop. And you can be out of state. Matt Freeze is out of state. There are plenty of out-of-state investors that buy these condos and manage them all the time. Do I run into a lot of husband-wife couples that do this? Absolutely. If that's you, give me a call. It's 843-360-1737. All right, guys, we're at the next pool right here. We're talking building 4856, as you can see right there. And just in between 4860, this building 4860. We've got Taylor Jones flagging us on in. No pets, no dogs permitted in the pool courtyard area. Pets must be leashed at all times. Sounds like the HOA is pretty serious about pets here. Now, let's talk about HOAs. Guys, HOAs protect the appreciation on the back end of the investment. It's that simple and that easy. If there was no HOA here, this place would quickly become the wild, wild west. And when you went to go resell this property 5-10 years from now, you wouldn't be able to recoup nearly as much money. Here's our pool setup. As you can see, Same thing. Bathrooms, plenty of chairs, showers. Solid.
Yep.
Solid. So you got to change the way you think about HOA fees. HOA fees only $4.28 a month here. It's not bad at all. It's pretty cheap. Tables and chairs. Should have some grills out here.
Yep, to the left.
Another access. HOAs protect your investment. Just wanted to give you just another quick vantage point. This is on the other side of the pool area, but you can see the bathrooms right there.
Got 3 entrances there,
chairs.
Brandon.
All right, T, so how close to the beach are we here at Magnolia Pointe?
Yeah, you are as close as a golf cart ride, but I don't want to.
Really?
Yeah, well, are we stopping?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you are, but I don't want to say that you can because it's probably not lawful to be driving your golf cart across.
We'll work through why that is.
But here's why. You know, in Myrtle Beach, with the traffic that we have, you're going to have to cross 17. So you're going to have to cross 17 business and 17 highway as well. So, but you are less than 10 minutes away. That's the thing.
17 business, for all of you that don't know, is a massive thoroughfare in our market. So it is one of the heaviest trafficked roads that we have.
Yeah.
All that being said, you're probably not going to be able to get a golf cart across it.
But if you were to leave out of here in your car, you can go straight through the light to 48th and find public parking there.
That fast, that easy,
That
guys.
fast.
I believe you should invest in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because this is the fastest growing area out of the 150 most populated areas in the entire United States for the last 3 years in a row, according to U.S. News and World Report. This helps to insulate our market from many of the ups and downs that the rest of our nation's real estate market experiences. This can help you have a more stable rental property. I believe you should invest in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because they have a tremendous upside when compared to money market accounts and the stock market, due to the appreciation they earn and the potential of higher annual yields through their gross rental income when compared to these other investments. Money market accounts and the stock market don't have the upside of added appreciation. I believe you should invest in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because while our prices have risen and have held their value, we're also much cheaper than other places like Florida. Where else can you go and find an oceanfront condo for as little as $100,000? If you're getting into the real estate game or expanding your current portfolio, the bang for your buck is sitting right on the Myrtle Beach, South Carolina oceanfront. Now guys, something that's important to note is Magnolia Pointe is one of the fewer communities that have garages. If you look down this way, you see the garages? They actually sell those. Real quick guys, we're now at the pool on the other side of the street across from 4856.
So this isn't the walkway, but we're taking a shortcut because you got to check this view out.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So garages, let's just dive back into garages. You can't always find condos that have a garages, bottom line, and they have them here.
Yep.
And in fact, some people sell them separately on their own in the MLS because they're so coveted.
Correct.
Look at that. Not bad, right?
Privacy.
Not bad. Let's just take a look real quick from this gate so you can get a feel for the pool. As you can see here, excellent little setup. Bathrooms there, of course. And that pretty much wraps it up. Now stay tuned, because coming up in the rest of the video, I'll cover what your HOA fee pays for, how your resort's location creates a convenience for tourists that keeps them coming back for our attractions, restaurants, and local events, and also how your tourists can navigate the area. Next, I'll discuss how this resort has appreciated, average occupancy rates, and average gross rental income based on unit bedroom count for our market. And I'll share a really big secret I learned from a former client that was featured in Forbes magazine on how to increase your occupancy rates. After that, I'll discuss buying an oceanfront condo as a second home versus as an investment property, how a light cosmetic remodel can boost your occupancy rates and gross rental income, and I'll give you a quick market report on this resort so that you make savvy investment decisions. Finally, I'll break down your projected gross rental income and all your expenses for both a cash and financing purchase so that you understand how operating an oceanfront condo impacts you financially. Then finally, I'm going to give you my top resort picks based on which resorts have appreciated the most and have the best projected profitability. Now, what does your HOA fee include here at Magnolia Pointe? Guys, your electric common, your water and sewer, your elevator service, your pool service, your landscape lawn. And by the way, they got nice landscaping here. Manager, rec facility, legal and accounting, primary antenna cable TV, common maintenance and repair, internet access, and pest control. Electric in the unit is separate. All right, T, take us to school on a local restaurant nearby. That's the bomb. And T has some excellent restaurant recommendations.
All right, so let me not play favorites here, but let me go through the order of my day. Breakfast, tons of breakfast spots, tons. And I'm not going to name one specific, but they all do a good job. There are just breakfast spots.
You got to give them something. Come on.
Located everywhere around here. You know, it just depends on if you want some good eggs or if you want some good pancakes.
Good eggs.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Eggs Up.
All right, Eggs Up Grill, guys.
And I know it's commercial, but they do a great job.
They do.
They're very consistent.
They have a really good steak and eggs. I enjoyed the steak.
Their customer service is excellent. I mean, you just can't beat it.
How far away is it from here?
Oh, less than 5-10 minutes.
All right, pancakes.
Pancakes. Oh, man.
Oh, hold on, wait. I got one. Magnolia's at 26th Avenue.
Sure, there you go.
How far away are we, though? 15?
Yeah, probably about 15
All right,
minutes.
guys.
But that's going the speed limit. That's
breakfast buffet is the bomb. French toast sticks. I mean, it's real fat country food. If you want a real fat breakfast that tastes really good, go to Magnolia's at 26.
Or just go get your workout after. That's or before. One of the all right, lunch. We are very close to Earth Cafe. One of my favorites. We may try this after. We're talking about some lunch, so we may do this. Earth Cafe it's more of a Mediterranean style. But it's a very good spot where you can have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But I'd suggest lunch.
How many minutes?
Less than probably 5 to 7 minutes. Right by the high school.
Dinner.
All right, dinner. Rios.
Oh, there's no question about it. If you like to eat meat,
come on, you can't go wrong. Brazilian steakhouse. How far is Rios? You can eat Rios less than 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah. Yep. Okay, sweet. All right, guys, we are just outside of building 4878 and building 4880, and we've got a pool waiting on us back here. Now, guys, we were just talking about how massive this condominium complex is. I mean, it is truly gigantic. I mean, like...
Brandon's got me walking all over the place finding these pools.
It's incredible. We're getting our steps in.
They know us at every pool now.
All right, so let's take a look back here. Nothing back here. Taylor, there's nothing back here.
It's that. It must be for...
What is it?
It's for that one right there.
All right, yep, fun. We lost the pool, but we are going to take you to it.
We'll get there.
We will get there. Come on, let's go.
We will get there.
Real quick, before we take you to that next pool, I do want to show you the golf course. See it over there? Absolutely stunning, that close. All right, guys, as you can see back behind us right over here, there is a security shack. However, don't ever count on a security agent to be in there.
Well, here's better news.
Take it to school.
They're out patrolling. So it looks like, and I don't want to disclose the name of the security company, but they do have an on-site security company. Doesn't look like they're manning the booth, but I know that I have seen people patrolling on golf carts, which is even better.
Yeah, so you might catch them inside the booth. You might not catch them inside the booth. You might catch them patrolling the community. There is security, but it's not the kind of security where you drive up, give them your name, and they're checking you in.
Yep, it's not gate access.
Yeah, it's not gate. Here are the attractions that create the strongest draw for your guests. Now, Barefoot Landing in North Myrtle Beach is a vibrant waterfront destination that seamlessly blends shopping, dining, and entertainment. Now, set along the Intercoastal Waterway, this expansive complex features over 100 specialty shops and boutiques, offering everything from fashion and accessories to unique gifts and coastal treasures. Culinary enthusiasts can indulge in a diverse array of restaurants, including the upscale Greg Norman Australian Grill, the lively Lulu's Beach Arcade and Ropes Course, and the family-friendly Crooked Hammock Brewery, known for its craft beers and relaxed atmosphere. Entertainment options abound with venues like the Alabama Theater, showcasing musical performances, and the House of Blues, hosting concerts and events. Now, families can explore attractions like Alligator Adventure, one of the largest reptile facilities in the world, or enjoy seasonal events like Summerfest and holiday fireworks. Whether you're seeking a leisurely stroll, a shopping spree, or an evening of live entertainment, Barefoot Landing offers a memorable experience for visitors of all ages. Broadway at the beach. It's another excellent tourist attraction. It's only 5 minutes away. Guys, it is 350 acres of fun. Let me tell you, fireworks shows and boat rides and Wonderworks and I mean, Wahlburgers and Dave & Buster's, and there's just so much to do. You don't want to miss it. They've got a new area out there where the Hangout is, another great little restaurant. They've got golf you can play. I mean, like little putt-putt golf. It's a lot of fun. Now, the Greg Rouse Legacy Theater is a premier entertainment venue that offers a unique and intimate live performance experience. Founded by acclaimed entertainer Greg Rouse, the theater showcases a variety of shows, including the popular Music and Memories series, which features a world-class cast and band performing beloved songs from past decades. Each performance is 100% live and changes nightly, ensuring a fresh experience for returning guests. The theater has been recognized as WMBF's Best Show of the Grand Strand in 2024, highlighting its commitment to quality entertainment. With a seating capacity of 800, the venue provides an intimate setting that fosters a sense of community and connection between performers and the audience. In addition to its diverse musical offerings, the theater honors military personnel and first responders with special discounts, and during the summer offers promotions such as 2 free child tickets with the purchase of an adult ticket. The Greg Rouse Legacy Theater stands as a testament to Rouse's dedication to creating memorable, family-friendly entertainment that resonates with audiences of all ages. Pirates Voyage. Now, guys, they are doing acrobatics. It's a red team and a blue team of pirates, and they are jumping in the water. They are playing with fire. They are getting all of the guests involved. It is a dinner show. And while you're having dinner and they're serving you great food, they're getting you involved in what they're doing. It is a lot of fun. Your kids, your family is going to enjoy it so much. You don't want to miss the Pirates Voyage. The Alabama Theater, nestled in North Myrtle Beach, Barefoot Landing, has been a premier entertainment venue since its inception in 1993 by the renowned country music band Alabama. Celebrated as the #1 live entertainment theater in the area, it offers a diverse array of performances that captivate audiences of all ages. From February through October, the theater showcases its signature variety show, Iconic, a dynamic production featuring a blend of country, pop, rock, and Broadway hits, complemented by state-of-the-art visuals and choreography. As the holiday season approaches, the venue transforms to present the South's grandest Christmas show, a festive extravaganza filled with traditional and contemporary holiday music, dance, and comedy. Throughout the year, the Alabama Theater also hosts an impressive lineup of guest artists, including notable names like Josh Turner, the Oak Ridge Boys, and Jay Leno, ensuring a memorable experience for every visitor. With its commitment to high-quality performances and family-friendly atmosphere, the Alabama Theater remains a must-visit destination for those seeking top-tier entertainment in the Grand Strand region. The House of Blues in North Myrtle Beach, located at Barefoot Landing, is a premier entertainment venue that combines live music, Southern-inspired cuisine, and vibrant atmosphere. Established in 1997, this 59,000-square-foot facility features a 2-level music hall with a standing capacity of 3,500 and seating for 500 people, hosting a variety of concerts and events throughout the year. Now, the venue includes a restaurant and a bar that offers signature dishes like voodoo shrimp and jambalaya, alongside craft cocktails and an extensive beer selection. Additional spaces, such as the deck, provide outdoor seating with live music and happy hour specials. With its unique blend of music, food, and art, the House of Blues offers an unforgettable experience for visitors and locals alike. Now, same thing goes for medieval times. It is a dinner show with knights, and they're fighting, and there's swords, and there's horses, and they are having a blast out there, getting you involved in that, in all that fun. Now, the Skywheel, a major Myrtle Beach landmark up the road. The Boardwalk and Promenade, another major landmark. Tanger Outlets. If you want to shop, that's where you want to go. Market Common. Now, Market Common is a city within a city. Guys, there's upscale shopping, White House Black Market, Southern Living. I mean, you name it, it's there. There's bookstores and movie theaters. They do all kinds of little festivals. Across the street is a $1.3 million playground called Savannah's Playground. You don't want to miss it. It's probably one of the most desirable places in our market to live. Now, Myrtle Beach International Airport, 15 minutes up the road. Let's get into golf. Dunes Golf and Beach Club. You got to go. It is luxury golf at its finest. You definitely want to check it out. It's right there oceanfront. Beautiful greens, an excellent place to play golf. Myrtlewood Golf Club, World Tour Golf Links, guys, is going to have holes from some of the best courses around the world. And of course, there's Top Golf. You do not want to miss Top Golf. Guys, there's individual lanes set up to go out, and it's a driving range. You have a blast. There's restaurants. They serve you food, friends, family. It's the kind of thing that you want to do. Get a group of your friends together and go out and hit that driving range. You won't regret it. It'll be a lot of fun. Again, only just a few minutes up the road. I get calls and emails every day from investors just like you looking to make their move into the Myrtle Beach market. They want to invest in short-term vacation rental properties. They want to invest in oceanfront condos. They want to know where the best deals are in our market. Well, guys, you're talking to the right person. 843-360-1737. I'm going to help you put your hands on the best deals in our market. If you're a first-time investor or a seasoned investor, if you're 1 year, 6 months, 3 years out, I don't care where you are in the investing process, pick up the phone, give me a call, send me an email, shoot me a text message, and let one of the many stories on our channel be one of your stories. Now stay tuned, because coming up in the rest of the video, I'll discuss how this resort has appreciated, average occupancy rates, and average gross rental income based on unit bedroom count for our market. And I'll share a really big secret I learned from a former client that was featured in Forbes magazine on how to increase your occupancy rates. After that, I'll discuss buying an oceanfront condo as a second home versus as an investment property, how a light cosmetic remodel can boost your occupancy rates and gross rental income, and I'll give you a quick market report on this resort so that you make savvy investment decisions. Finally, I'll break down your projected gross rental income and all your expenses for both a cash and financing purchase, so that you understand how operating an oceanfront condo impacts you financially. Then finally, I'm going to give you my top resort picks based on which resorts have appreciated the most and have the best projected profitability. All right, so let's talk through your appreciation. If you buy low and you sell high, just how much money you can make in appreciation here at Magnolia Pointe on a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. 2015, the sold price was $125 grand. 2025, you fast forward, it's $330,000. The low sold point in 2015 was $125. The high sold point in 2025 was $330,000. That's $205,000 in appreciation over a 10-year period. That's $20,500 a year that you're making in addition to annual profits, just in how well the property is appreciating. Now, the whole idea here, guys, is to buy. Investors do it all the time. They buy the cheapest, most dated property. They remodel it. They put money into it. Then they make great money renting it out, and then they sell it. And when they sell it at a premium. They generally hold these properties. I would say you hold these properties 5 to 7 years, 10 years. Once it appreciates and the market turns in your favor, you cash in on that appreciation. It's that simple and that easy. All right, guys, you can see right here, we're outside of building 4868. Taylor Jones has discovered something for us.
Yeah, one thing that's super valuable is this is handicap accessible, okay? So you'll notice you get a spot there, but this is all ramped up, making it accessible for older folks, for anybody that has a disability right now, or anybody that's handicapped.
Excellent. Now, take us to the pool.
Yeah, so the cool thing is, I just want to finish this with that last thing. That makes it accessible for all folks, which is huge when you have an investment property, because you're not limiting yourself. Now, taking you to the pool, because this is one of the first complexes on your way in, and you'll notice by the gate that they really take pride in this pool right here.
Yeah, it is. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that gate. It's way off in the distance.
I also think due to the fact of it being right roadside here, they decided to put a 6 foot
No
gate
doubt
on it.
Yeah, no doubt. So let's kind of come in through the chairs and see if we can get some sort of view of the pool.
Oh, there's your walkway,
Yeah,
Brandon.
walkway right there.
We're rebels. We're breaking the rules.
All right, tables and chairs. Bingo, bingo. As you can see, got some more grills right over here. Per usual, the standard setup. Now, guys, those grill hours are only 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. So if you come out here grilling late, you know you're going to get in trouble.
I'm a sign guy. And one thing I love is wristbands must be worn at all times while inside the pool. This is huge because you ain't going to have any riffraff coming in and out. This is people who actually live here and people who are renting this out.
Yep.
These are people that are your residents.
Yep. All right, guys. As you can see, we're going to take a peek through the gate. Ta-da! There's your pool. Not much of a view. Maybe you can get a little bit better view up top.
But hey, you are protected.
All right, guys, let's work through what other units are making here on site at Magnolia Pointe. Guys, Unit 204 in 2024 brought in 45 grand. Unit 101 in 2022 brought in 26,536. Unit 105 in 2025 brought in 32,6583. That is an average gross rental income number of 34,534 and a variance of 18,464. Guys, the competition is weak here. It's that simple and that easy. We just sized up your competition over rentals here. Nobody's really taking market share. A superior product with a superior guest experience can come in here and crush it because the competition is so weak. It's that simple and that easy. Many people are wondering why. Why is the competition so weak? It could be that people's sphere of influence, their network is very, very small. It's not strong. They don't have a lot of influence. So when they buy a condo and they tell their friends about it, they don't come. There's nobody to really rent it. Maybe they're not marketing the property well. Maybe they've just handed it off to a property manager who's doing a sub-poor job. I can tell you that people that are driven and focused and that are 100% invested in their business and doing it well, that self-manage, tend to crush the rental market in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I see it time and time again all over the place. You get out of this what you put into it. And if you crush it and put some heart into it, guys, you will do much, much better than the numbers that we're seeing on the board here at Magnolia Pointe.
So listen, I found a huge value proposition point that Brandon harps on all the time because it's so important. Follow me, follow me, follow me. All right, so check this out, check this out, check this out. Let's say you got a garage like Brandon's been telling you about, right? Well, you got a golf cart in there. Check this out. Golf cart charging station right by the pool.
Right by the pool. You guys see it right there for yourself. Golf cart charging station.
Value.
Value. Making life convenient. Making life easier.
Let me tell you, that's like hitting a walk-off home run.
Come on. All right, let's get in and check out this pool. All right, we're on site. I would say this is probably the main pool, right? This is the main pool.
Clubhouse.
It's the clubhouse. Let's first take a little tour around the pool area. See some stairs. Ta-da, ta-da. Tables, plenty of area to lay out. That's a grill just over there, as you can see. And there's your pool with tea. Now this covered porch area, this is the back of the clubhouse. There is a restroom
Security,
just right
beautiful.
there. All right, guys, so we are just outside where the main sign is for our front intro to the video.
How are you?
Where we first filmed.
Do you mind if this gentleman comes in here videotaping?
Across the way there, you can see it's building 4865. You got some garages here.
He's just a one-take kind of guy, so he just goes.
Obviously, the mailboxes are super important. It's where you're going to have to drive to every day to pick up your mail. This is just outside of building. Can we see it? 4893. 4893. Just there. Ma'am, quick question. Are there any other mailboxes here, or is this it? Is there another inn with mailboxes too? Right down that way. Thank you, ma'am. So you got 2 mailbox spots where you'll be picking up your mail. And you're hearing it from the postal worker herself. Now, we have another pool here. As you can see, the infinite number of pools in this community.
I literally have stopped counting.
Now, you can see the golf course over in the distance. See those guys right there? Look, watch. Look, guys. See those guys right there? Getting their clubs, getting in their golf carts, having some fun. All right. I got a little something going on here with a pipe. Not sure what that's about, but look at this. We're getting into pools. Wait, no pets allowed in the pool area. No glass containers.
I'll stay out.
Allowed in pool area.
I'm not allowed.
Yeah, right. No lifeguard on duty, guys.
Bathrooms, restrooms.
As you can see, excellent pools, restrooms for pool number 2. And what I want to just highlight to you real quick, look at the golf course. Pretty greens. What's up, buddy?
Grill.
Grill. Water fountains. Areas to lay out. And of course, what they always include, table, chairs, and grill. And that's another pull down. I think there's one more to go.
At least one.
Maybe more.
Maybe more.
The infinite pools that never quit.
Pool district.
All right, guys, we are just outside of building 4895. Now, to our right is a clubhouse. To our left is the other set of mailboxes that we were just talking about, as you can see there. And then I don't want you to miss one of the sets of dumpsters. See that off in the distance there? That's where people are taking their trash. All right, guys, we ran into Mrs. Lori. She is the
association manager.
She's the lady that you want to ask all the questions to.
Absolutely.
All right. She's an extreme value proposition for all you watchers. Let's dive into the nuts and bolts questions that you want answered. Can you have pets?
There are no restrictions on pets at Magnolia Pointe, the exception of no farm animals.
Oh, yeah.
Well, my mom would love that.
Don't bring your pet donkey, okay? It's not going to work. Okay.
I'm the second favorite child in the family. It's the dog's the first.
All right. So let's talk about indoor pools, because that's one that seems to be a painful issue for some people. Work us through that.
So Magnolia Pointe has 7 outdoor pools. They're open 365 days a year, barring storms. There is an indoor facility if you have your unit on a rental program with that company.
But if you don't, you cannot use any indoor pool at Magnolia Pointe, nor can your guest, if you rent units out here, they can only use the outdoor pools. Yeah. All right. What are any other major issues? Like any problems with the HOA, any kind of things people are complaining about? Is it safe?
Very well funded. We have security 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Excellent.
In the summertime, we have pool guards who roam all 7 pools.
Yep.
But yeah, overall, it's pretty nice and quiet around here.
The people that rent out units here, do they rent them out to golfers? Like, how does that work?
That's entirely up to every homeowner who they care to rent to.
Well, I'll tell you one thing as we drove around here. The landscaping is absolutely gorgeous. So the HOA is doing a great job with that.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then any other things that you might see that are hot topics that come up regularly? Yeah.
Trailers on property, motorcycles on property. They're only allowed inside a garage. There are only 149 garages on property. So if you own one, it's like gold.
I've heard that.
No motorcycles, no slingshots. Moving trailers have to be pre-approved by the board.
Okay.
Usually not a problem.
Yeah.
But, we're set on about 60 plus acres of property.
Yeah, this place is massive.
Yes.
Yeah, very, very massive. And what's your favorite thing about Magnolia Pointe?
My owners.
Your owners?
My owners.
Really?
Yeah. My office is here, so I'm on site at 40 hours plus a week.
Yep.
They see my car out front, they'll stop in, say hi, drop off,
a
card, cookies, anything for staff. We have 11 outdoor maintenance staff who take care of the property as well.
That's awesome.
And what a great answer, because we just ran up on her and said, hey, can we interview you? So this lady's ready to go, and she's sweet. So that's really good with your HOA.
Is there a solid phone number that people can reach you at?
They would go through the Waccamaw management phone number.
Welcome on management, guys. That simple, that easy.
Yeah.
I might have that in the video description for you. You can just look down and check it out. So walk us through the garage, how it works. I mean, who can own one, who can't own one? Take us to school.
Sure. So there are only 149 garages on site. There are 830 units. So if you do the math, these garages are gold. But you do have to own a unit in order to own a garage. So keep that in mind.
Is that like if the people just try to buy the garage?
Yes, we've had folks try to buy the garage.
That's
Yes.
wild.
Well, you think about one of the biggest businesses in this area, storage.
Self-storage.
Storage.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Yeah.
What's the size of a typical garage?
One car.
Wow.
One car
And
garage.
what do you see them? You were mentioning they used to sell for like $8,000.
Yeah, back in the day.
How much are they selling for now?
Last one I saw was 38.
I think I saw one in the 40s.
Yeah, 38,000.
It's pretty good appreciation, Brandon.
It's not bad, right? So let me buy a garage with my condo so I can make it an extra $40,000.
Yeah, and not have a storage bill.
Come on. Hey guys, we're just outside of the second clubhouse, covered porch, fans. It's beautiful, guys. Absolutely stunning. Let's get inside and check it out. As you can see, really, really pretty and spacious and very clean. Now, as we got inside the clubhouse, it hit me, hey, they use this place.
A lot.
Yeah, walk us through what kind of events take place here at Magnolia Pointe.
So several days a week, there are things like Rummikub and Scrabble and Canasta, bingo. And then on weekends, the social committee or the veterans group will put together some type of activity. I think the next one coming up is a pumpkin carving Friendsgiving
That's
thing.
cool.
They'll be doing they just did a yard sale in here last Saturday and all that rain.
That's really
And
cool.
it was door busters.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we had a
But yeah.
little storm for like 3 days.
Yeah, rain. But yeah, this is used primarily by the ownership of the property.
Yeah.
Of course, we have our board meetings in here as well, and we're pretty self-contained.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then who owns here? Are we talking a lot of retirees? Are we talking singles? Are we talking families? I mean, like, what do you see as far as a mix here?
Have a huge mix. I have a little bit of everything. I have those who come down once or twice a month. We have those that come down in Snowbird. We have those who live here permanently and live and work in the area.
Yep.
We have our retirees. We
Yeah.
have our the renters who come in for golf and all the Grand Strand activities.
Yep. So as you can see, guys, there's a lot happening here. Excellent place. Great place for pretty much anyone. What do you think the big draw is? Why is there such a wide variety of people that come here?
We are so conveniently located. You can jump on 31. You can get to the beach. Your golf cart can make it to the beach.
Can you
and
golf
back.
cart to the beach from here?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Well, there we go. The
That
question
answers
is
my question.
answered. Oh, get out. Okay. Super, super cool. So it's the location.
Location.
And you know what they say, guys? In real estate,
the oldest rule.
it is all about location.
Location.
That's right. All right, we're heading away to the next pool. Of course, we have table, chairs, grills. It's everywhere. Anytime you see those, you know pool's coming up. You can see very cool covered patios right here on the backs of these units. Landscaping is great.
Oh, what a view, Brandon. What a view.
Yeah, it's real nice.
It's just sweet. We might need to walk
So
around.
not all of these pools are locked down.
Nope.
As you can see,
Oh,
some of them
looky there.
we just get straight access to. All right, guys. Thank you. Just want you to see this cool view. Look at this. It's beautiful. Do not feed ducks and other wildlife. Of course, you got another patio here. Table, chairs, grill. And of course, you have your restrooms. And that wraps it up for the pool. All right, guys, we're just outside of building 4861. This is where the subject property is in this video. Obviously, you can see down this path. They have a nice, pretty view. But here's the pool that we're seeing from the outside, screened-in porch. As you can see, pretty cool pool. People hanging out. Now, I do want to take you real quick just into the restroom so you can see what one of the restrooms looks like. Here's the men. There you go. Now, what's the secret about concierge services? All right, guys, well, the point is to have concierge services. I once had a client that was featured in Forbes magazine. She had a unit over at the Sea Mist Resort. She made $33,000 with this unit. It did have a nice jacuzzi jet tub. She offered these packages to her clients, and it drove the gross rental income of the unit up. You know, basically bathrobes on the bed, rose petals, towel swans, chocolate, a gift for him, a gift for her, you know, vacation packages. You know, and you could do them themed, of course, you know, for people on their honeymoon and stuff like that. It's an excellent offering. You set up a direct booking website. They go right to your website. You have 3 packages, a 500, a 1,000, a 1,500, and they all include more things. And for the convenience of all of it being planned, in other words, you bought tickets, you contacted your cleaning lady, you gave her $100, and you had her go by, you know, go and order all this stuff for you. You know, order tickets to Pirates Voyage for 2. Dinner show, get a gift card to this restaurant here for 2, you know, get tickets to the country music festival, get, you know, and all the little things, all the little different things that it'd be super simple and super easy that people want to go do in our market. Well, if you go ahead and take care of all of that, you've got it set up in a nice little envelope. It's sitting on the nightstand for them. It's on the counter as soon as they walk in. They've got a concierge experience, and they're going to have an excellent time on their vacation, and they're going to come back, and that's going to build repeat business year over year. And they didn't have to think about it. They didn't have to plan it. You send them an automated email. You signed up for package X. It includes this, 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 and this. We've already got your tickets. We got this. It's going to be on the nightstand for you, blah, 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 blah. Guys, it's simple and easy, and if you do 10 of those at $1,500, we're talking about an extra $15,000 at the end of the year in gross rental income. And all you did was set up a direct booking website, put a web page up, a landing page with 3 different packages, let them choose one, let them process their credit card right there online. You just offered it to them in addition to their rental when they signed up on Airbnb. You told your cleaning lady, hey, here's $100, go and get all these things for me and leave them in the room for this guest. It's that simple and that easy, guys. Now stay tuned, because coming up in the rest of the video, I'll discuss buying an oceanfront condo as a second home versus as an investment property, how a light cosmetic remodel can boost your occupancy rates and gross rental income, and I'll give you a quick market report on this resort so that you make savvy investment decisions. Finally, I'll break down your projected gross rental income and all your expenses for both a cash and financing purchase, so that you understand how operating an oceanfront condo impacts you financially. Then finally, I'm going to give you my top resort picks based on which resorts have appreciated the most and have the best projected profitability. Now, do I buy this property as a second home, or do I buy it as an investment property? Well, guys, if you're going to use it, you might want to buy it as a second home. I'd say if you're going to use it 6 months out of the year, buy it as a second home. It's going to give you a cheaper interest rate, a lower down payment, but you can only rent it out 180 days out of the year. Now, if you're in the game to make money and you're not really going to use it, or you're going to use it just a few weekends or a few weeks out of the year, then you probably want to buy it as an investment property. It's going to be at least 20%, most likely 25% down. It's going to have a higher interest rate. The bank knows you're making money. They want to make money with you. And you can rent it out, 365 days a year. So you have no limits on renting it out. Now, if you buy it as a second home, it's got to be at least 75 miles from your primary residence. Additionally, you do have to occupy it at least 3 weeks out of the year. Now, remodeling your unit. Here's what investors do time and time again, guys. I see it all the time. I help investors do it. They use my contractors. It's so simple, it's so easy, and it applies to more than just oceanfront condos. It applies to real estate in general. People buy underperforming assets, properties, fix them up, and sell them. That's a fix and a flip. It's not rocket science. It's very logical. It's very simple. You buy a property that's ran down, you put some money into it, you sell it for more than you bought it for and more than the remodel cost. It's the same principle that you're doing here, except for you're just renting it out first for a few years while you hold it, and then you turn around and sell it. Now, you always want to buy the underperforming asset with the ugly carpet, the horrible countertops, the one that's ran down and looks disgusting. You want to buy that one. You want to put some money into it. I won't say always. If you're using financing and you can find one that's remodeled, it's most likely a smarter move. But for the most part, the strategy is simple. You buy an underperforming asset, you remodel it, and then you rent it out. You design it with all the top-notch design touches of the top 5% Airbnb properties that are on the market. You make sure that you're better than all the competition. An accent wall with a fireplace and a mantle. You got popping, contrasting colors that catch people's eyes and attention on Airbnb. It has a very modern and a very trendy look. Like, listen, there's a game that you've got to play when you're attracting guests and rentals. You can't make the property look like whatever your tastes are and expect it to perform like a top 5%. You're catering to the masses. You're catering to a specific demographic, a specific audience. And there are key elements, like you want to have desk in the room for the kids. You want to have a little game station. You want to have a telescope by the balcony to drink wine and watch the stars. You want to advertise all that stuff in your listing. You want to have a coffee station for the mornings when they wake up. There's certain elements to this that really work, guys. And if you do it, you make great money. Yvonne, a client of mine, 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom. I can't stop talking about her. She bought an oceanfront condo for almost $600,000, a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom over at Ocean Reef. She remodeled it. She had it off the market for at least 2.5 months. When she bought the condo, it was making $104,400 in her first 12 months. Remember, she had it off the market for 2.5 months. So that means in less than 12 months, technically, 8.5 months, 9.5 months, whatever. Guess what? She made $140,000 in gross rental income and cleared $30,000 profit. She increased her gross rental income by $36,000 just her first year. She recouped the entire remodel plus some. Was it worth it to remodel the property? Absolutely. Is she already halfway there for a cash out refi? You better believe it. She's already improved the property. Now she's just got to wait a few years and let it appreciate and pull the money out of it, and she can go buy another one. Now, anyways, the point is the remodels work, guys. The top-notch products perform. It gets you winter rentals during the winter months. It makes you stand out and take market share, and you can charge a whole lot more money for a much larger and nicer condo that is in high demand. It's that simple and that easy. 1031 like-kind exchange, a very hot topic and one that many investors are interested in. Yes, you can do them with oceanfront condos. A 1031 exchange, named after Section 1031 of the IRS code, allows real estate investors to defer paying capital gains taxes when they sell an investment property, as long as they reinvest the proceeds into a like-kind property of equal or greater value within a specific time frame. The key rules include identifying the replacement property within 45 days and closing on it within 180 days of the sale. Now, this strategy helps investors grow their portfolios more efficiently by deferring taxes and leveraging their equity. But it requires careful planning and the use of a qualified intermediary to handle the transaction. Guys, I have a qualified intermediary for you that I would like to introduce to you to help facilitate your 1031 like-kind exchange. It's that simple and that easy. If you're interested in purchasing properties and you're concerned about capital gains tax, this is a viable strategy that many investors use to build wealth. Get in contact with me. It's 843-360-1737. and I can help you with that 1031 like-kind exchange. I get calls and emails every day from investors just like you looking to make their move into the Myrtle Beach market. They want to invest in short-term vacation rental properties. They want to invest in oceanfront condos. They want to know where the best deals are in our market. Well, guys, you're talking to the right person. 843-360-1737. I'm going to help you put your hands on the best deals in our market. If you're a first-time investor or a seasoned investor, if you're 1 year, 6 months, 3 years out, I don't care where you are in the investing process, pick up the phone, give me a call, send me an email, shoot me a text message, and let one of the many stories on our channel be one of your stories. Now let's talk through low HOAs versus high HOAs. Let's talk through special assessments and kind of the correlation and how this all plays out. Now people, first-time investors generally want a low HOA resort because they feel like it's less risk. I'm going to completely debunk that for you in just a minute. So I had a client ask me, well, how do I avoid getting hit with a bunch of special assessments? And she was basically working through the understanding that when you have an HOA that has a super low fee, most likely they're not setting aside money in reserves. In fact, most likely they're probably not running the business portion of the HOA well. They're not building up a cushion in case things happen and they need to fix it. Now, generally the higher HOAs are at resorts that have healthy businesses, and they're collecting, instead of setting aside every month when you pay your HOA dues, they are collecting reserves. Now those reserves will go to take care of, most likely, items that need to be fixed and are repaired on site. Now, would you rather pay $50 or $100 a month towards the reserves in your HOA payment, maybe even $150 a month? Or would you rather get hit with a $15,000 special assessment? In my opinion, it's smarter to pay it incrementally. It's not such a big blow. It's already accounted for, and they're setting money aside in the reserves so that they don't have to issue you a special assessment. With a lower HOA fee, they're going to issue you special assessments anytime something breaks or needs to be fixed. Is it better to have a low HOA fee and get hit with multiple assessments throughout the year or a few years in a row that eat through your profits, or just to go ahead and invest in a place that has a higher HOA fee that is putting aside money in reserves to take care of those things so that you don't have to have special assessments over and over and over again each and every year? So, in my opinion, it is more risk. In my opinion, it is more risk to purchase a lower tier oceanfront condo at a lower tier resort with lower HOA fees. It is because there's a lot more competition in the lower end of the market. Those smaller units, there's a huge supply of them. They don't appreciate as well, so there's nothing to really carry you through on the back. If you have a lean year or you get a bunch of special assessments or something hits you, there's nothing really to carry you through if you don't make a lot of profits on the smaller oceanfront condos, as opposed to the larger oceanfront condos that appreciate much better, and they can carry you through some of those lean years. Over the lifetime of the investment, you are still okay if you have a few years where you only make $5,000 profit, $10,000 profit, whatever, on those larger oceanfront condos, $15,000 profit on those leaner years, because they appreciate so well on the back end. It carries you through. You don't have that cushion with a smaller oceanfront condo. I ran numbers, I think it was over at the Dunes Village, on a guy, he was selling his condo. If he would have sold it as asking price, we're looking at $54,000 in appreciation while he owned that condo a year. That's substantial appreciation. As where the smaller oceanfront condos don't appreciate nearly as well, you'd be lucky to get $100,000, or you'd be doing well at $100,000 appreciation for owning it, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, versus owning a larger oceanfront condo for 10 years and you're getting $300,000 in appreciation. So there's a lot more cushion in the appreciation aspect of it that's going to carry you overall. If you look at everything, the annual profits, and appreciation combined, if you look at both, there's a lot more cushion in those larger oceanfront condos. So, thinking through risk, people at low tier or resorts that are afraid of high HOA fees, and they think they justify it in their mind going, I'm taking less risk by buying something that's cheaper because it's less money out of pocket that I have to spend. Technically, they're positioning themselves to have the highest amount of competition, to have the lowest amount of hedge and appreciation, and to get hit with lots of special assessments. Because their HOA is not setting money aside in the reserve account. Now you tell me what sense that makes, buying a low tier oceanfront condo with a low HOA fee, all because you're afraid to take on more risk. You're technically taking on more risk. All right, so if you have a 401k and you have retirement funds, but not enough to live off of, which many Americans are in that boat, because a 401k was never designed for you to retire off of. It was an account for executives to be able to stash away some extra cash, and it got turned into a quote-unquote retirement account. But there's generally, unless you have a ridiculous amount of money in that 401k, it's not going to be enough money for you to retire on. This is where Myrtle Beach oceanfront condos, real estate investing, comes into play. Because you've got money in your account that you can be putting in hard assets that generate great annual profits, that appreciate, and that give you tax write-offs. And that's going to happen a lot faster than what you can do in the stock market. Now, or even with bonds, or even with long-term rentals. Myrtle Beach oceanfront condos are one of the best investments in the market. Now, 401k non-recourse loans. A non-recourse loan against a 401k is used when purchasing real estate within the 401k itself, typically through a self-directed solo 401k plan. In this setup, the 401k account, not the individual, purchases the property, not the individual, not the person, but the 401k purchases the property. And a non-recourse loan is used because IRS rules prohibit personal guarantees on 401k owned investments. Now, a non-recourse loan means the lender can only seize the property if there's a default. They cannot go after the investor's personal assets or the rest of the 401k funds. Now, this allows investors to leverage their retirement funds to buy real estate while keeping the investment compliant with IRS rules. However, only the 401k benefits from the investment returns. The annual profits you're making, you can't touch. It's got to go back into the 401k. It can't go into your personal account. And strict rules around prohibited transactions must be followed to avoid penalties. Guys, I just helped a client purchase an oceanfront condo at Dunes Village, a place that is infamous for gross rental income in our market, with a 401k non-recourse loan. It's a very smart move, guys, and you should get started now building that nest egg up. Absolutely. If you do not have enough money to retire on because you're planning on living longer, because your lifestyle demands it, then you need to get in contact with me so that I can get you in contact, and you have a 401k, of course, so that I can get you in contact with a qualified person that can do a 401k non-recourse loan for you. My cell phone's 843-360-1737. Give me a call and let me help you out. Those retirement years could be a whole lot better, and you could be living in a lot more comfort if you had that extra $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in profit coming in passively from an asset like an oceanfront condo. Now guys, lots of people are concerned about HOAs. HOAs protect the appreciation aspect of your investment. You know, ultimately the HOA consists of people that own at that particular resort, and they don't want to pay any of those high HOA fees or any more fees than they have to pay. However, they have enough sense to know that if they don't maintain the property and take care of it well, that the property is going to lose value, and the tourists are not going to continue to rent that property any longer. If that happens, the money that you're counting on in appreciation at the end of the investment when you go to sell it is gone. And that's what you don't want. The appreciation is an excellent, excellent builder of wealth. Additionally, it serves as a hedge in case you don't do as well renting your property out. Now, of course, I don't want that for you. I don't expect that for you. If you follow the channel, then you're learning all the things to do. if we've had a few conversations, I'm telling you what to do. So HOAs protect the investment. They protect that appreciation aspect of your property. And when you go to resell it, you're going to be really happy that you had an HOA. Now, investors often are concerned about higher HOA fees. Well, most of the time, the best resorts have the highest HOA fees. They have higher HOA fees. You do not let the HOA fee determine where you invest your money. You let the upside, you let the gross rental income, you follow the money, you follow the cash. It's horrible to allow fear of not having enough and you're not going to be able to make the payment, you're afraid the HOA is too high, to be the determinant as to where you invest. You know, not everybody is successful at investing. A lot of people think that way. Fear is what's driving their decision. Fear is not a smart investment strategy. I wouldn't let it be in the driver's seat if I was you. And you can't. You got to look at the units that are top performing, and you've got to go to those resorts. You got to check out the inventory and the products that are currently on the market, and you've got to invest where you've got upside and potential, where you can make money, because the whole point of this is to make money. You don't invest in a place with a low HOA fee at a low tier resort that doesn't have a really strong brand name. A lot of people don't know about it, and hardly anyone wants to rent there. In my opinion, it's just not a smart strategy. Why would you cap yourself at a place, let's say that, you know, has units, they're making $30,000 a year gross income, when you could be at a place that's making $90,000 or $100,000 a year, and you're putting $30,000 a year in profit in your pocket, all because you weren't intimidated by an HOA fee. And by the way, the tourists that rent the condo pay the fees. And if you're doing it well, and you've watched the interview with Matt Freeze, at least one of them, he plainly said that on his, he owns, you know, at the time I interviewed him, he owned 11 oceanfront condos. Guys, he plainly says June, July, and August, he makes enough money on his condos to pay all the bills for the whole year. So what are you worried about? What are you afraid about? Don't let that HOA fee intimidate you and stop you. Invest where you can make money and build wealth. It requires risk to build wealth. That's how it works. Let's talk about doing a cash out refi. Guys, the real estate strategy using a cash out refinance involves pulling equity from your first investment property after it has appreciated in value or you've paid down the mortgage, and using those funds as a down payment for your next property. Now here's how it works. You buy your first property, you improve it or hold it over time, and once it gains enough equity, you refinance it for more than you currently owe. You take the difference in cash, tax deferred, and use it to buy your second property. You repeat the process, improve, refinance, reinvest, and you create a snowball effect of portfolio growth without needing to come up with new capital for each deal. Now this method lets investors scale rapidly, but it requires good credit. Strategic property selection, that's where I come in, and you gotta get the property selection right, because if not, you're shooting yourself in the foot, you're stifling that snowball effect. If you don't get this one right and it doesn't have solid financials, you might not get approval for the next condo or the cash out refi. Or anyways, the point is you want to make sure you get the right property. Now, strong cash flow is going to be important, and discipline to avoid over leveraging. You do not want to over leverage. So guys, it's very simple and very easy. Lots of people buy oceanfront condos using a cash out refi, either on their primary residence. They'll pull, you know, a few $100,000 out of their home. Of course, their mortgage goes up a little bit, $1,100, $1,200, depending upon how much money they pull out. And they purchase an oceanfront condo, or they do a cash out refi on the oceanfront condo that they bought their first one. It's that simple and that easy. It does create a snowball effect. Once you buy a property and improve it, and it appreciates, and you've paid down that mortgage, of course you're going to pull that cash out and buy another oceanfront condo. Well, you wait 3 or 4 more years, now you've got 2 oceanfront condos that you can employ this same strategy with. You do it to both of them, now you bought 2 more and you have 4 oceanfront condos. Well, yes, you can do it again. 4 more years goes by, you improve properties, You pay out all those profits you're making on the oceanfront condo rentals into the mortgage, and guess what you do? You buy 4 now. Now you got 8 oceanfront condos. So it creates a snowball effect, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, that nest egg, allowing you to really build some substantial wealth over time. It's a very viable strategy. If you're interested in learning more about it, give me a call. It's 843-360-1737. And now, it is the moment you have been waiting for, and one of the most exciting parts of the video. Let's break down your projected gross rental income and all your expenses for both a cash and financing purchase, so that you understand how operating an oceanfront condo impacts you financially. And then I'll give you my top resort picks based on which resorts have appreciated the most and have the best projected profitability. Hey guys, so let's work through a cash scenario purchase, renting out your unit to vacationers, to people that want to play golf, short-term vacation rentals. Now, it's a 3.2. You've already seen it. It's $345,000 purchase price. I've got you at a gross rental income projection of $60,000. I believe it's totally doable. Using Airbnb, they charge a 3% platform fee. I've got that 61% of your total gross rental income is going to come through Airbnb. That's going to be a total fee of $1,098. I also have on here that 39% of your total gross rental income is going to come from VRBO. They charge an 8% fee for use of their platform. That's $1,872. Guys, if you have $60,000 in gross rental income, you take out $1,098 for Airbnb platform, you take out $1,872 for VRBO platform, you are left with a gross rental income subtotal of $57,030. Now your estimated property taxes are $4,160. Excuse me, $4,160.70. There we go. Now, I went on the Horry County website. They have a tax estimator. You're going to be taxed at the 6% rate, not the 4% rate for an investment property. Any out-of-state residents, any out-of-state resident is going to be charged at that 6% rate. If it was a primary residence, then you would be charged at a 4% rate. Anytime you buy an investment property, you're going to pay that 6% rate. Now, your excise tax was $613. Here's how that works. You have to have a business license to own and operate a short-term vacation rental business in the city of Myrtle Beach. They're going to charge you a $145 base fee for your first $2,000 that you make in gross rental income. You're also then going to get charged $6 for every $1,000 that you make in gross rental income. That's going to bring you to a total of $613. Excise taxes for your use in the police department and the fire department. Personal property taxes, we've got you at $540. Guys, whenever you have an investment property in South Carolina, they're going to charge you on your personal property, your furnishings that are inside that investment property. It's generally $500, $600, not very much money at all. Your HO6 insurance, $1,000. Here's the deal. Your HOA fee is going to have insurance that covers the exterior part of the building. This is going to protect you during hurricanes and storms and all the things that first-time investors are nervous about. For seasoned investors, it's just routine history. They've got insurance for the outside. They've got insurance for the inside. The HO6 insurance, that policy is going to be a separate policy from what you're paying for in your HOA fee. The HO6 insurance is going to cover you stud to stud inside the building. If your guest shows up and destroys something, breaks something, you've got issues or problems, you're going to file your HO6 policy and you're going to collect. Now, you always want to make sure that you get an HO6 policy that covers lost gross rental income. That way, in case they're doing construction during the winter months here on site or at any time of the year, maybe they shut your floor down to fix all the balconies, you can't rent your property out, something like that. You definitely want to be able to file that HO6 insurance to keep that income coming in for the property. Now, electricity is not included in your HOA fee here. I've got you at $3,000 for the year. I want to say it's probably about $250 a month. Your maintenance, I've got you at $2,000. Obviously, it could be more, it could be less. If your HVAC goes out, you're going to spend between $6,000 and $8,000 most likely. But if you're shelling away $2,000 a year for maintenance, obviously, if you don't use it all, you'll have some nice reserves built up. Good rule of thumb, though, is to take all these operating expenses and keep half of that in a savings account for your reserves. You can simply go to the operating expense subtotal line, divide that by 2, and bam, you've got the amount that you need to have in reserves at any given time for this unit. Now, your annualized HOA dues, guys, they were only $5,136. For many of the investors out there that like to allow the HOA fee to drive how they invest, which I do not recommend, the gross rental income should be setting your ceiling and should be in the driver's seat. The gross rental income on a property, the historical gross rental income on a property is the market's voice. The market's saying, we like this unit to the tune of 60 grand. We like this unit to the tune of 30 grand. We like this unit, and they're ready, willing, and able to pay. And there's historical evidence, hey, the market has spoken. They like this. They're paying for it. They're putting their money there. Now, you can speculate on units, which is not smart, or some other people take the approach of, hey, we're going to let the HOA fee determine where we invest because we want to keep our operating expenses low, because they are afraid that they're not going to make money. They're allowing fear to be in the driver's seat. It is not a smart investment strategy. Trust me. Anyways, HOAs, you're at $5,136 for the year. That's $428 a month. If you take the gross rental income up top, that subtotal of $57,030, you subtract it from your operating expense subtotal of $18,249.70. Guys, you are left with a projected profitability if you self-manage to the tune of $38,780.30. If you hired a property manager to do this for you at a 20% fee, you're still walking away with $26,780.30. Now, there are going to be some cleaning expenses that you are going to have to pay. However, they are a pass-through expense. That's why I did not include them in your operating expenses. I've got you here at 30 cleanings for $250 a cleaning. It's going to be at $7,500. The platform is going to allow you to charge a cleaning fee to your guest. A lot of times you can work it out with your cleaner. Hey, I'll pay you $200 per cleaning, but then you charge your guest $250 and you pocket $50 profit every time you clean the unit. So it's really not an operating expense that's going to show up for you. It is part of your cash flow, though. Now, VRBR gross rental income projection, just to kind of break down that $60,000, we're looking at $23,400 coming from VRBO rentals, and then Airbnb, $36,600 coming from Airbnb rentals. HO6 insurance is not included in the HOA fee. Internet and pest control are already included in the HOA fee. And again, that HOA fee is $428 per month. That's an 11% cash on cash return. Guys, tell me where you can put $345,000 and walk away with a decent, nice 11% cash on cash return. I can tell you where. That's Magnolia Pointe right here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. All right, guys, so let's work through a financing scenario purchase right here at Magnolia Pointe. Again, it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Your purchase price was $345,000. Your down payment of 25% was $86,250. If you buy the property as a second home, it's only 10% down, but you can only rent it out 180 days out of the year. If you buy it as a primary, it's only 3% down. If you buy it as an investment property, you could probably get it financed at 20%, but most likely the terms wouldn't be too favorable. It'd be smarter to finance it at 25% down. That's $86,250 for that 25% down. Your gross rental income projection was $60 grand. Your Airbnb platform fee of 3% was $1,098 for those rentals. The VRBO platform fee was 8%. That's $1,872 for those rentals. Guys, if we subtract your Airbnb platform fee and your VRBO fee from the gross rental income projection of $60,000, you are left with a gross rental income subtotal of $57,030. Now, your principal and interest for the year is $20,652. That does assume a 7% interest rate fixed over 30 years. Your estimated property taxes were $4,160.70. Your excise tax, $613. Your local hospitality and accommodations tax, $1,800. That is a 3% tax. It's 1.5% to Horry County and 1.5% of your gross rental income to the city of Myrtle Beach. Again, for owning and operating a short-term vacation rental property. Personal property taxes were $540. Your HO6 insurance, $1,000. Electricity, $3,000. Maintenance, $2 grand. And annualized HOA dues were $5,136. Guys, that brings you to an operating expense subtotal of $38,901.70. That's a projected profitability, self-managing, after financing of $18,128.30. And guys, that's a 21% cash on cash return. You might be wondering, well, why is the cash on cash return so high? Why is it higher than when I bought cash? Because you've only got $86,250 in the deal. You're borrowing someone else's money, the lender's money. in order to cash flow your profitable investment. You're making money with somebody else's money. I like
good to
it.
me.
At this rate, guys, you know, you're making about $20,000 a year. In about 4 or 5, 4 years, a little over 4 years, you'd have your down payment money back. But you'd also have some really nice equity built up at the hands of guests that are renting this unit each and every year. Now, if you used a property manager at a 20% fee, you'd only walk away with about $6,128.30. And of course, interest rates are always subject to change. Now, where can you put $86,250 and walk away with $18,128.30 in 1 year? I know where. Magnolia Pointe, right here at the Myrtlewood Golf Course in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. All right, so let's talk about tax write-offs. Guys, depreciating this unit. All right, the IRS says that real estate has a 27.5-year useful life. In other words, they give you a write-off for wear and tear and economic obsolescence. At the end of 27.5 years, supposedly the property wouldn't have any money. It wouldn't be worth any more money. Now, obviously, we know real estate really never loses its value. So, but for tax purposes, you are going to be taxed. They do give you a write-off. If you take the $345,000 purchase price, you divide it by 27.5 years, you got a straight line deduction, a taxable income deduction of $12,545.45. Now, that means that you can make $12,545.45 that you're not paying taxes on, which is a pretty cool perk. They do that. Depreciation is considered as wear and tear and economic obsolescence. That's as people use your property, it's going to wear out a little bit. And then as they build newer condos, the older condos are going to lose value. It's that simple and that easy. You do want to do what's called a cost segregation study. This is where a CPA that specializes in this type of study accelerates depreciation for you. For you high income earners, you could be writing off as much as $40,000 in a given year by doing a cost segregation study. I had an investor client. She bought an oceanfront condo with me. She did a cost segregation study on her unit first year. She walked away with a $34,000 tax refund. And by the way, she cleared 30 grand in profit and brought in $140,000 on her unit in her first year.
Well,
I'm just saying. Anyways, if you need a CPA that specializes in cost segregation studies or someone that can do it for you, call me. It's 843-360-1737. I'll get you hooked up with my network. All right, guys, let's work through what other units are making here on site at Magnolia Pointe. Guys, Unit 204 in 2024 brought in 45 grand. Unit 101 in 2022 brought in 26,536. Unit 105 in 2025 brought in 32,065.83. That is an average gross rental income number of 34,534 and a variance of 18,464. Guys, the competition is weak here. It's that simple and that easy. We just sized up your competition over rentals here. Nobody's really taking market share. A superior product with a superior guest experience can come in here and crush it because the competition is so weak. It's that simple and that easy. Many people are wondering why. Why is the competition so weak? It could be that people's sphere of influence, their network is very, very small. It's not strong. They don't have a lot of influence. So when they buy a condo and they tell their friends about it, they don't come. There's nobody to really rent it. Maybe they're not marketing the property well. Maybe they've just handed it off to a property manager who's doing a sub-poor job. I can tell you that people that are driven and focused and that are 100% invested in their business and doing it well, that self-manage, tend to crush the rental market in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I see it time and time again all over the place. You get out of this what you put into it. And if you crush it and put some heart into it, guys, you will do much, much better than the numbers that we're seeing on the board here at Magnolia Pointe. Let's work through the market report right here at Magnolia Pointe. Guys, in the last 6 months, we have 14 sales. Your low was 255 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Your average was 287, 675, and your high was 330. That's 14 sales just in the last 6 months. Now, the current list price, the high is 334.9, the low is 269, and the average is 298, 357. So overall on the board, prices are a little bit up here. I can tell you that this place is in demand. It's the location.
mm-hmm.
I think I pulled everything that sold here just in the last 6 months. 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, and 3 bedrooms included. There was 27 sales here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good bit of these properties are moving. I get calls and emails every day from investors just like you looking to make their move into the Myrtle Beach market. They want to invest in short-term vacation rental properties. They want to invest in oceanfront condos. They want to know where the best deals are in our market. Well, guys, you're talking to the right person. 843-360-1737. I'm going to help you put your hands on the best deals in our market. If you're a first-time investor or a seasoned investor, if you're 1 year, 6 months, 3 years out, I don't care where you are in the investing process, pick up the phone, give me a call, send me an email, shoot me a text message, and let one of the many stories on our channel be one of your stories.